Dr. Justin Frank points out that mob mentality isn't just a phrase. There's a real psychological phenomena at work here. Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Dr. Frank, I think probably most of us have had this experience in our lives. I've had it with hornets when I was a kid growing up in Michigan, and with fire ants when we lived down in Atlanta, Georgia, which is that these insects that just kind of seemingly are just buzzing around or walking around, no big deal, are provoked in some way, and suddenly they become something completely different. They become well, I think it's referred to as a swarm with insects. But we see the same thing with human beings forming mobs, and doing things as mobs that I doubt any individual would do. The old lynch mobs, for example. How does that happen? What is the switch that flips this on for us, and where is this buried deep within us, this ability to become murderous? I think war is probably another demonstration of this.
Well, I did say in the beginning of our discussion today that what makes us human is that we have good and bad parts of ourselves. And we need to, because they cause painful conflict sometimes, we want to get rid of the bad, and we project it. We unconsciously bury it and put it outward into others, into people maybe of a different race, like you were saying in your list of qualities of the totalitarian personality. And you see yourself as only good and the others as only bad. So you become on the qui-vive, on the alert for anything bad. You become on the alert for something bad like socialism, something that's evil like a godless communism. It's everything that is bad exists outside of you, whether it's immigrants trying to get into this country and take away your jobs, whether it's equal opportunity in college, where people of a different race are trying to take away the white person's access to college. It's about loss and a fear of loss. And the loss has been catastrophic, and it usually starts in childhood. What happens is that the heart of destructiveness is from catastrophic loss. What Trump has tapped into is the catastrophic loss that his base has felt, which is being unheard, unlistened to, ignored, bypassed, and he is able to give them a voice. And he can turn their feeling of catastrophic loss into both good and into something destructive. So they become an angry mob. They become angry and hate the government. And what he's done by doing that conversion is he's taken a normal development, which is having some form of loving parents or loving feelings and being held and cared about, into something bad, into something anal, really, into something that's not strong and positive. And so that's what we see. We see people actually shitting in the, in the Capitol building.
Hang on, just say we can't use a word like that on the air. So Sean just beeped it out, hopefully, but yeah. Okay, so pooping in the Capitol, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, but I'm sorry about that. But I mean, that's what it is. But so what's happening is people feel alienated from what was once supposed to be good, like government's supposed to be good. Roosevelt said government was good. We were here to build roads. We were here to help feed the poor. We were here to have Social Security. We were here to help. Well, government over time became the problem. It sort of started with Reagan. I mean, Trump didn't make it the problem. Trump gave permission for mob mentality to attack and be destructive. But Reagan said government is the problem, and alienation from the good is what's happening. And these people feel justified in their attacks. That's why they can send pictures of themselves, and they're proud of what they did. when they went in there. This is a mob mentality. What a mob does, people wouldn't do individually. That's true. And a lot of people have written about the difference. The best book, if you want to read a book and talk about it, is by Erich Fromm, and it's called Escape from Freedom. And it's all about the power of the group and how people feel more powerful when they're with other people who are like-minded. So when you're with other people who've had terrible narcissistic injury, you can form an identity, an identification. We are the good guys. The immigrants are the bad guys. The government are the bad guys. Whoever is not us, the socialists. And we are the good guys. And they have a mob mentality. And what happens is their conscience is not really the same as the conscience of an individual. It gets modified by the large group. So they can really feel justified in doing what they do in a way that people as individuals cannot.